Hello my friends, welcome back to Enlightened. My name is Sandra and I just came back from my run, so excuse the mess. But that's perfect for today because I'm sharing with you a very quick stretch, yogi inspired, after a run or maybe a big hike or a walk to get you just feeling amazing and back into your body and avoiding feeling stiff and sore tomorrow. So let's get started. So we're going to start in a down dog, coming onto your hands and creating that kind of inverted V with the body. Spreading the fingers wide, dropping the head heavy, melting your chest towards your thighs, and you can keep a nice bend through the knees if you need here. Tucking that tailbone in and then really pressing the floor away. And then welcoming in movement through the legs. Bending one knee and then the other, swaying your hips. That's it. And then we're going to go ahead and send the left heel as close as the mat as you can, bending the right knee and then pressing the floor away really strong, feeling that stretch through your left leg. Connecting to your breath in here. In through the nose, out to the nose. And then we'll swap. Right heel close, bending that knee, press again. That's it. Breathe in slow. And then a couple more, a little quicker here. So good. Now from here, go ahead and send your right leg up, bend your knee, drawing some circles in here in one direction and then the other. Stretching that leg and then step it to the outside of your right hand, and this might happen in one smooth movement or you might need to step it a few times. And then we're going to lower the left knee. Now, I really want you to step that left knee as back as you can so that you're feeling a nice opening and stretch through the legs. And then here, just bring in some movement, swaying the hips side to side. If you need a bit more padding through that left knee, you can add a blanket or maybe even fold the edge of your mat. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and send the left hand to the center of your mat. And we're going to twist open with the right arm reaching towards the ceiling. Now you can come to the outer blade of that right foot, so create a bit more space to the leg. That's absolutely okay. Take one last big inhale here. Make sure you're not collapsing through your left shoulder. And then send your right hand to that right knee and press it open. That's it. If you're very flexible, if you want to go a bit deeper, you can always lower onto your left forearm as you do this whole sequence here. That's it. Bouncing a little, breathe in. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and return both hands to the center. Planting that right foot down. Lift the heart on the inhale. And then bring yourself back so that you can stretch the right leg. You can come to your fingertips. If you've got blocks, you can use those as well. Keeping a micro bend on that right knee. And just taking a few breaths here. That's it. Maybe even melting the chest a little deeper. Beautiful. Then slowly return your foot down to the mat. Both hands to the mat. Come back into that low lunge. And then step your right leg back. That's it. And then back into that down dog as we swap sides, sending your left leg high. Bending that knee, drawing some circles. In one direction and then the other. And then sending that leg back and high before you step it all the way to the front. That's it. Bringing that right knee low, creating that room, and tucking your right toes, and then bringing movement here. So good. Right hand, center of the mat, twist into the left. Come to the outer blade of that left foot if needed, if that feels good. And then send your left hand to your knee. Press it open, keep breathing. I like to bounce a little bit on these poses to release any tension. That's it. Beautiful. And then slowly returning your hands, send your foot down to the mat. Lift the heart for the inhale and then come in here for that low lunge and stretch on your half splits. Now notice here that your left hip is not collapsing out. See if you could bring it in towards the middle. Micro bending that left knee. Taking a few more breaths. Excellent. Then let's return that foot down, hands to the mat, high in the right leg. And then this time we're going to step the left leg back and lower the knees down. So good. Now from here I like to do a few cat cows, so just rounding the back, opening on the inhale, rounding on the exhale. Beautiful. That's it. Now when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and send your left leg forward so that your shin is coming parallel to the top of the mat, and you can either stretch the right leg here for a what we call half pigeon, or if this is too intense for you, you can stay seated on that left foot and then you slide that right leg forward. So you're creating 90 degrees with your legs. And then we're going to just bring the chest to face forward towards the front of your mat. Taking a deep inhale, lengthening, sending the arms high, and then slowly melting. And that's it. And you could stay on this option, or your half pigeon here. Now sometimes if there is a lot of room between your left hip and the ground, you can always add a block or a cushion there to help you. You might stay here, you might come low to your forearms, you might come all the way down to the mat. So good. Breathing into that sensation. Taking one deep inhale here. Deep breath out. One more like that. And then walking your hands back in. We're going to sit onto our sit bones, bringing the feet down to the mat, opening those knees wide, and send your hands down, fingertips facing towards your feet. And then we're going to sway the knees to one side and the other as you keep breathing. Beautiful. And then we're going to end on the other side. So if you were staying in the 290-degree position, also called deer pose, you'll stay here and then lift the chest, gaze forward and bend over. Or you could find your pigeon pose one more time, propping yourself, coming onto your left knee, and then melting here. Right there. And we just breathe in here. Diving into that, feeling that sensation. And that's it. Taking one last deep inhale here. Big breath out, returning onto your hands. That's it, and back to your glutes. Swaying those knees, maybe this time a little quicker. Beautiful. And since we are here, let's pause for a moment and open the legs. Now if you have longer legs than mine, or you are sitting in a different position, your heels might be on the ground and that can feel a bit hard for your bones, and that might feel a bit uncomfortable. So I invite you to just sit a bit back, even off the mat, so that your heels can actually be rooted and down on the mat. And then taking a moment here to activate your feet. So we really want to be drawing those toes in, opening the legs as wide as they can go. If you're more flexible, if you're less, that's absolutely okay. You find your edge. Take a moment here to sit tall, maybe even using your fingertips by your sides to elevate the upper body. Then send the arms high and then melt all the way down to your fingertips, to your forearms, whatever is available to you. And here you still keeping that long spine and the toes pointing in. If you want more sensation, you can also point the toes in and then out. And we breathe. And that's it. Taking a few more breaths in here. And then walking all the way to the left, framing that leg. Big inhales, long exhales. One more here. Let it go. And now you've got two options. You can either bring your left forearm on top of your shin, or you could bring it inside and on the mat if you want to go deeper. And you're going to use your hand here, either grabbing a hold of your foot or using the back of your hand if you have your hand here on the mat, to press yourself open and twist, sending your right arm up. That's it. You're still active through the feet, the toes. Twist in here, take a deep inhale, and then begin to stretch that arm forward. Almost like you want to touch your toes, but you don't really have to do that because you might need to round here. So you still keep Your whole self lengthening. Breathe in. Twisting open. Take one last inhale and then come up. Take a deep breath in here. And we melt down one more time on the exhale. Walking to the right and framing your right leg. That's it. Breathe in here. When you're ready, either your right forearm to your shin or inside and down on the mat. Twisting open. Left arm high. Opening the chest. Lengthen the arm. When you're ready, reach it forward. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. That's it. Come up. Beautiful. Slowly help your knees to close. Again, feet down on the mat. Sway the legs side to side just a few more times. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to return onto our hands and knees. That's it. Now tuck your toes under and bring yourself back into a down dog. Taking a deep inhale here and a deep breath out. So good. Now when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to step that right foot between the hands. We're going to keep the back heel down on the mat. And you might need to step this foot as close as you need to the top of the mat. And then we're going to hang here for a little. So you're pressing your right hip in towards the middle. You're keeping a micro in on that right knee. And then you melt in here, feeling a nice stretch on the back of your right leg. If you've got blocks to help you under your shoulders, if you can reach the mat, absolutely add those here. Taking one last big inhale. And big breath out. And then we're going to swap. Step your left foot forward, step the right back. The heel stays low, your toes pointing the upper right corner of your mat. Pressing your left hip in and then melt in here. Beautiful. Taking one last big inhale here. And big breath out. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Slowly rolling yourself up. And then we're going to spread the legs wide. That's it. Now from here, we're going to go into a surface lunge. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the left toes to face outwards a little. And then we're going to bend onto that left leg. So you want the knee to be pointing at the same direction as the toes. You might stay here. If you can, you might come all the way down and then pivoting on your right heel. You can always bring your hands down and help you twist in a little deeper. If you're staying high, you simply keep breathing. That's it. Taking one last inhale here. And then we turn it to the other side. Breathe here. And then we're going to move side to side just a couple of times. Excellent. Beautiful. Now come all the way to the top of the mat. Left foot in front and then lower your right knee one more time and tuck your toes. Now same as we did at the beginning, send your right hand to the center of the mat. This time twist open and then point your left fingertips back. That's it. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want a bit more, grab a hold of that back foot. Feeling that stretch. Breathe in. Beautiful. Make sure that you're not collapsing through the right arm. Take a deep inhale and then slowly, gently release. Beautiful. And then come high onto your right toes. And you can either step back or maybe you can do a big jump here and swap your legs. That's it. And then lower your knee. Left into the center of your mat, right arm up. Breathe it in as you send it back. Maybe here, maybe it's just an intention. Maybe you're almost there. Or maybe you can grab a hold. If you've got a strap, also use that. Taking 2 more breaths in here. Beautiful. Let's take one last big breath in here. And big breath out. Releasing that. And coming back onto your hands and knees. Now bring your knees wide. Big toes touch and find a child's pose. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Slowly coming back. Bring your knees close together, cross your feet, and find a way to a seated pose. Beautiful. I like to close this by bringing the soles of the feet together. Bring your feet as close as your body as it feels good, and just some butterfly wings here. Just moving. That's it. Then we'll go ahead and extend the left leg. Close that butterfly wing. And then you can either stay here or step your foot to the outside. We'll send the arms high, big inhale, and then twist into the right. Send your right hand behind and help yourself here to twist with your connection left elbow to the knee or hand to the knee. Gazing back, taking a deep inhale and deep breath out. Slowly turn and swap your legs. Extend the right, bend the knee. You could stay here or step it outside. And then find your anchors again as you lengthen on your inhales and twist on your exhales. Taking a breath or two here. Beautiful. Slowly come back. Set both feet on the mat. And when you're ready, roll onto your back. Let me move my microphone. And when you're ready, come onto your back. Hugging your knees in, drawing some circles here. Beautiful. Send your left leg down on your mat, hug the right knee in. Open it up to the right first. Take a breath or two there. And then send it across to the left side, twist in together. Open your right arm if that feels good. And then send it back to the center, swapping your legs. Hug the left knee in on the inhale. Open it to the left. Take a last big inhale and then swing it all the way to the right. So good. Send those knees back to the center. Hug the back of your knees and roll yourself all the way up. Taking a moment here to find a nice tall sit. And then a few stretches through the neck might feel good here to release any tension. Rolling the neck a couple of times. Rolling the shoulders. And then taking a last big breath in. And out the mouth. All right. Feel much better. Nice and loose. I'm ready for a shower. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.